Daily is daily Vikings entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die.
I will ride with this group.
Seriously, man. Please.
And away we go.
There he is, right there, folks. There he is, the Rhino, Alex Boone, a decade in the NFL trenches, once started a Super Bowl, former Viking, and co-founder and co-host of the O-Line Committee podcast and YouTube channel, and here every single week on Purple Daily in the trenches to break down Z-Film.
And I feel like we're in the trenches right now. Like, it's late at night. It's you and me. It's about to get dirty again.
That's right.
We're dirty.
We're gonna spice it up late at
we
night.
Have
I tell
to.
people, people have always the last few years kind of asked, like, why don't the other, like Judd, Declan, why don't said we record these trenches episodes either at like 9 at night or sometimes depending on your training schedule, like 5:30 in the morning. So I've always told Judd, you're welcome to pop in, but he's grinding from like 8 a.m. until whatever time. So it winds up being a late night sesh with you and me going over the film.
Listen, I'm familiar with you. I'm not familiar with those other guys. And to get dirty with them, I don't know that I could do it yet. It wouldn't be the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come on here, we do our thing late at night. We get excited. Talking about this week, you went against one of the best defenses in the NFL, one of the best defensive ends. Dude didn't even show up until later in the game, and it was like, oh my God, there he is. He's out there somewhere. Like, it was exciting. It was fun. Had to be a really long trip for those guys, though. Like, 2 weeks over there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They were probably really excited.
I'm glad they found Jordan Addison before they went back home too. You know, where's Jordan been for the last 2 days? We've had a walkthrough. How about that, dude? They suspend him for the first quarter because you have to have some standard of accountability. And he catches the game-winning touchdown pass at the end to send you home.
We talked about this on the O-Line committee, but he's lucky he caught that ball because they would have left him there and they would have taken his passport and been like, good luck getting home, bro, because we're pissed at you. You could not be a worse time to be dumber, and sometimes they'll surprise you. You're like, there's no way this is happening right now. And the coach has to stand by his word, right? Because the problem is too many people know. And that's why punishments happen, is because if it were just Jordan Addison that knew what happened and KOC, then it's one of those things where you could sweep it under the rug and be like, hey, listen, I'm going to let this one time go. But the minute somebody else finds out, you have to stick word to your punishment. And I'm sure KOC was so pissed. Like, dude, I got to sit one of my best players on offense for the first quarter. And then not only that, you go and you have 2 fumbles. And it's like, at one point, he probably looked up like, this is just the worst trip to London we've ever had in our life. And made up by a 9-for-9 amazing drive at the end with a back shoulder throw caught that just looked like it was designed that way, but it wasn't at all. So it's like, you know what? Whatever. You got your dub. You were down how many players. You fought your asses off to do what you had to do over there. Can't tell you how hard that is. 1 week over there is hard enough. 2 weeks, and then you're down all those players. And what's in the back of your mind all week? 95's over there. We cannot let 95 wreck this game. And I thought they did a great job not letting him wreck the game. And honestly, some of it was kind of, you have to follow me down this rabbit hole, but some of it was kind of letting Miles be Miles, right? Like, a lot of times when you play a guy like that, and I know this because I got to play Robert Quinn the year that he had 22 sacks. I got to play him the entire game because Joe got hurt like play 3, so I had to kick out.
You got to, or you had to?
Well, I got to.
You make it sound like it was a privilege.
It was a privilege because I remember Joe gets hurt like play 3, and they're like, "Hey, it's go time. You have to go to the left tackle." And I had just played right guard against Aaron, and I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Got to do it." And I remember they were all like, dude, just let him rush himself out of the play. And I was like, all right, cool. And I thought that school at times did a great job of allowing him to just rush up the field, right? And when you kind of slow play it, you shut down the inside move. So there is no possibility of an inside move because he's so far outside of you that he has to turn that corner, right? Like, he has to ride that hump. And the minute he does that, you kind of just push him by maybe a yard or 2. Quarterback steps up, nobody sees anything, right? And it was a great job of doing that early on in the game. And I was like, hey, this guy's just kind of rushing himself out of everything. Later on, he does show up, and it's how fitting. He shows up the minute they start talking about it. I'm like, man, talk about a guy who hasn't been here all week. And you just see him run all the way around the entire team to get that sack. You're like, he'd do anything to do that. But
and it was, I think, his I thought it was I think it was like technically a no gain so I don't even know if it was classified as a sack, but
I don't think
it was also kind of on. They sent the whole game. They sent chip help at him, and even on that play, it was. And I can't remember if Darisaw was out at that point because Darisaw hit the pitch count, quote unquote, which we could talk about. But it was like kind of a quarterback patting the ball for a half hour type play. I'm gonna give credit to you because I asked you last week. All right, so they just lost to Pittsburgh, and now this rickety backup-filled offensive line is going to have to go against Myles Garrett. And you said the best thing you can do is just take the fight to him, whether it's sending tight ends and running backs, chipping every play, just make it hard, or even design some run concepts that just include a tight end coming across. You said why right? Hide is the play that you would dial. I don't know if they dialed that specific play up, but they definitely were taking the chip help fight to him for 3 hours in that game, and it seemed to help.
And it's a great job, right? And the minute the tackle knows he has chip help, he knows he can kind of slow set him again because he's like, I'm expecting someone to show up on the outside. I just can't get beat inside. It eliminates a lot of problems and a lot of like, oh, he has a 3-way go on me, really, if he goes inside. Because later in the game, and I can't remember who it was, I think it was 91.
Yeah.
School ends up jumping way out there, right? Here comes the chip help. And as the chip help, like, the guy sees Chip coming. He's like, I don't even want any part of this. He starts to float inside, and School's like, oh, I way overset this guy, right? And it's like, you forgot you had the chip. Or maybe School was thinking, hey, listen, since I had 95's not here, I don't have the chip. But for whatever reason, it happens to that side, right? But, yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the other game plan was in the run game, hey, where's 9-5? Let's run away from him. Let's get away from him, which is always smart, right? And at times you get upset because you're like, I want to challenge this guy. But, man, when you watch him on the field, like, really go after it, you're like, maybe running away from him is a better idea today, right? Like we'll start this fight later when we have full strength up front because you don't know what's going to happen, right? You don't know what he's going to do to some of these backups, and so you're just praying like, hey, get the ball out and let's run the ball really well today. Which I think there were some really good runs, but there was times where they got stuffed, and you're like, oh boy, this is going to be a recipe for disaster. But man, that last drive was awesome. Driving down the field like that to get that dub against a good defense, you need that. And that's one of those things that you can hang your hat on. You're going into a bye week, right? It's like, hey, let everybody get healthy. Let's rest this up. Let's all just not think about football for 24 hours and come back later. And as you're talking about it, you're like, hey, let's not forget, this defense is one of the best in the league. And we handled them. And, yeah, they had to take a long flight over like we did, but at the same time, all's fair, love, and war, right? Like we'll say we'll fight anybody, anytime, any place. This is a true example of anytime, any place. You have to show up and do it, and it's not easy. And I don't know what it is over there. It's just the vibes are not really football-y vibes, and it is what it is. But I'm excited the Vikings got that dub because, man, that could have been really bad going into a bye week 2 and 3.
Yeah, especially with and some of the teams on your schedule maybe aren't what you thought before the season. Like the Eagles haven't gotten their running game going, and you're staring down the barrel of. But the Eagles are still the Eagles in a lot of ways, and you got the Lions coming up on your schedule, and the Chargers are banged up, but I feel like even with some of the weakened opponents, those are still good and well-coached teams for the most part. To go 2 and 3 into the bye week, I don't know. Maybe am I overreacting to say that the 9-for-9 Carson Wentz performance, the offensive line figuring the whole thing out all day, that kind of saved their season going into feels like they saved their season on that last drive.
You know, I don't know. I don't want to say that they saved their season. I mean, it's gonna be wild to see what happens coming out of this bye week. I will say getting a W before the bye week is huge because if you get a loss, that's an extra week where you just sit there and think about it, right? Like the greatest thing after a loss is having another game right away because you don't have time to really think about it. It's like, hey, let's make these adjustments. Let's move on. You get a win going into a bye week. Everyone's legitimately like, hey, let's just get healthy. We got our win. Everybody calm down, right? Less panic going on. Then you can start to be like, hey, who's coming back? Is Darisaw really on a pitch count? Is he coming back? Is he fine? Because, dude, you're going to need him. You're really going to need him.
So our guy Jay came on, Jeremiah Searles from the O-line committee. He came on Purple Daily a couple days ago and said, all right, he goes, I'm not trying to stir anything up, but the pitch count thing, he goes, I'm not buying it. I think if you had him on a pitch count, you wouldn't just like play the 40 plays or the 45 plays and then stop. You would plan for him to be available. You'd put him in or take him out, or like you'd have him be available in the fourth quarter. Have you do you pitch counts? Is that like a thing coming back from ACL. You've had a knee injury.
I am really not trying to stir up anything. I am not. But up front, there really is no pitch count. Like, there is no, like, hey, he's got 30 plays, coach. Okay, yeah, get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
We just said that Myles Garrett was on the other side. There's one guy that could just ruin this game. And it's at some point you have to know that when Darisaw wasn't out there, the Browns were probably like, what are they doing? What is going on right now? Did they just take technically the best offensive player off the field, and now our best defensive player is going to wreak havoc? Like, they had to be licking their chops. And I don't know what was really said, but I've never really heard of a pitch count either where someone's like, hey, we're battling to win this game. We need this win. But he's at 45, and 45 is 45. But we got to do what we got to do. So
my theory is he was ahead of schedule the entire time, and then they decided, let's not play him in week 1, week 2. But he gets thrown in, or he's ready to rock and roll, maybe even a little bit ahead of schedule still, like week 3, I think, was when he first came back.
Yep.
But he played like 80 plays the week before, or 75 or 80, and I think that was a lot more than he thought and the team thought. So they actually didn't practice him for the majority of the week leading into the Browns game, I think, just to give him like a breather. Okay, we just revved your body up for the first time in a year. So this is just me purely speculating, but I think he felt the effects of the Steelers game and maybe the travel. I think maybe he felt a little, I'm not saying there was like a setback or anything, but I think maybe he was thinking about the rest of the season in his career and like, okay, I don't trust this right now, and so let's just play it safe. And maybe it was a joint decision. I don't think he's like in jeopardy of missing the next game from what I gather.
No, I don't think he is either. And I think that's actually a really good point. Like, that travel over there, you've gone a really long time against the Steelers. All of us, like, I know what it's like to miss a week or two or a long time, a year, and then come back. And like the first time you go, your body is like, no, sir, dude, it is awful. Because the worst part is your technically your groin, right? Like, when I went back to Seattle after that year where we didn't play, and I came back, I remember after the first practice the next day, they did the same thing. They're like, hey, listen, we're not going to let you practice today. And I was like, why? And they were like, by lunchtime, you should feel it. And by lunchtime, you're like, oh my God, I forgot I have muscles there. I totally forgot we do that down there. Oh God, that hurts so bad. And there was, don't get me wrong, by like Friday, Saturday, you're feeling better, but I could easily see him being like, yo, I'm cooked. I'm worn down a little bit. We did go a long, long time against the Steelers, and now you got me against one of the best, and I'm working over here. I'm doing what I can. Like, I get it, right? We all get it. We're all looking at the rest of the season like, dude, we need you for a long time. If we lose you, we are screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's got the week to rest up, and they've got it sounds like Donovan Jackson's going to come back and be back at practice and ready to rock and roll.
He better be. He's a rookie. Tell me about a wrist. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Phil.
Yeah, the in-season wrist surgery where you come back 2 or 3 weeks later is kind of a weird deal. But so it sounds like it's going to be Darisaw and Jackson. You're still figuring out. I think Blake Brandel probably starts again. Dude never played before. Passing grade. All right, nothing catastrophic happened.
Yeah.
And then Will Fries is in there, and then we'll see what the right tackle situation is. But I'd love to break down some of they had some really nice plays offensively with just a glue it together offensive line. So I don't know. I got 7, 8, 9 plays here from some good stuff early, so a couple things in the middle, and then we'll look at some plays on that final drive here. So if you're ready, I'll pop this film here. After I shout out a couple of our friends here, Federated Mutual Insurance Company is like having a great offensive line for your business. Federated specializes in working with small to medium-sized businesses, the backbone of America. And they will help you and your company put together a customized plan to protect your reputation, your workplace, your employees, and your financial assets. So let Federated help you. Like, you're the quarterback, they're the offensive line, protecting you and looking out for risks on the horizon. You can find out more at federatedinsurance.com, and you can find out about the 120-plus year history of this great company, too. They operate in Minnesota and in all 50 states. So federatedinsurance.com. Also, Prize Picks. So I just popped open the Prize Picks app here, as you can see. It's always a good time on the Prize Picks app, where you can win real money this football season. You select between 2 and 6 players. You pick more or less on their projected stats, and you go. So I just pulled up just for fun here. We're middle of the week, but looking ahead to week 6, I'm in the rushing yards department. Jalen Hurts, 39.5. Saquon Barkley, 85.5. I think a lot of people are going to say less. We'll take less because they can't run the football, but at some point they will. And so maybe you pick more on Saquon Barkley, but you can cross different sports. You got baseball playoffs going on, college football. So when you download the Prize Picks app, use the code PURPLEDAILY and get $50 in lineups when you play just $5. That's the Prize Picks app, the code PURPLEDAILY. You get $50 in lineups when you play just $5. Prize Picks, run your game.
Football. Run it.
You run that. That's right.
Run it back. Pull up the tape.
Let's go full screen here.
Do it. Nobody wants to see us.
And we'll start Vikings inside their own 10-yard line here early. I'm going to just run. I think this is their first offensive possession here. And
second. Because wasn't there second one started down here? Here we go. By the way, love the Browns logo on the back. That's right. From Cleveland. Mind your business.
Wow, that's right. I forgot that you're
easy.
I forgot that you're a long time. You're a first generation Browns fan.
First.
Look at this, just a chunk. This is the first drive because they came out. I remember just kind of loving the early script that just established the run, some quick game.
Simple. We all knew it was going to be you have no choice. Where is he? We're going to find. Oh, there he is. 9-5. Everyone sees him.
So we're going to run away from that guy here, right?
Let's avoid problems. Let's put Darisaw on him. We know what's going to happen. We're going to be fine. This is starting to look a little bit like duo. Look at those double teams. We talked about it, baby. Look at that. 1, 2, and there's my third. It's like running zone, but instead we come at you and punch you in the mouth. Oh, I love it. Here we go.
We got beautiful double teams.
We got an A backside. Huber, get there. Get there. Fries on the front side.
This is Huber coming off.
Joe Huber. Yep. Here we go. And then on the front side, we got our deuce, our mup. We call it a multitude of things. Most of the time, it's probably called a doom. Is he the mic? Yeah, he's the mic. So we would call this a doom. Right? A deuce would tell me I'm going to 17. A doom instantly tells me I'm going to 49 because he's the mic. And then on the outside, we have our quad block. And Josh Oliver gets in there. Get in there, Josh. I love how Hawk just blasts 57 right in the face. We got great movement too. This doom is moving people. Look at Hawk, dude. Look at the size of that hole. And that's from Hawk, by the way. Dude, I'm not kidding. Like, Josh does a great job of shutting off, and one of the great things about having a double team is your partner shuts off any other move. So basically the player plays into you or he plays into him. It kind of shuts down his options quickly when you have people helping you like that. But Hawkson does a great job of driving him in there and just creating that run lane.
We're gonna reward Hawkinson for a nice job
first
there.
down. Love it.
Let's feed him the rock here.
What's another thing that shuts? Well, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Jonathan Vilma, I love this play. They tried to run, I feel like, 3 different similar screens to Hawkinson. And Jonathan Vilma on the broadcast was like, he's not like that explosive where you can just keep dialing this play up. But
well, no, listen, they're dialing it up because why do we run screens? It'll shut 95 down, right? Anytime he starts to beat somebody around the edge now.
Is that him right there?
Yep. What's he going to think? It's a screen, right? Because Hawk's going to like set out here and like pretend to touch him and they'd be like, oh no, my God. Like, dude, the best is the tight ends when they would get beat. It'd be like, oh no. Right. But they know it's a screen to them. So they're just like selling it. Like, look how terrible acting that is. Like, he's like, I'm not even going to use my hands. Watch me. Oh no. But see how fast he beats him, right? So we get the ball to him. So what's 95 thinking now? God, they can never get here.
So they just schemed him out of the play, basically.
We're basically messing with his mind. And at the same time, it allows us to get Darisaw in the open field and just destroy Delpit or Newsome or someone a lot smaller than him. Who is that, Newsome? Yeah, it's Newsome. Keep playing it. It's a great job of him. Go back real quick. You know what really makes this play, and this is you kind of have to let this happen naturally or they'll see it, is see how 96 goes across his face here? And Darisaw does a great job of pushing him across. Though that's the first guy that can read the play because he's the closest to it to be like, oh, what's going on, right? Like, it's not a run, it's a pass. All of a sudden, he sees Hawk messing around, but they do a great job of pinning him in here so he doesn't have a chance to get out.
Can I also shout out, nice little arm angle, nice little three-quarter.
Sidearm. Look at that. You can do anything you can do. Here we go.
Get
Darisaw.
behind 71.
Yep. Look at that.
beautiful, dude.
Oh man, it's great, and it's like I said, it slows down the defense. Anytime now Myles Garrett beats somebody that quick, he's going to go, is this a screen? Is this a pass? What is this, right? Like, and you might not physically see him, but in his mind, he's thinking it like, they're not going to let me beat him that fast.
Have you seen this one yet?
Tackle over.
Yeah,
you see it. You see it, babe.
Let's play a game for the audience called "Where's Christian Darrisaw right now? Where's your left tackle right now?"
The minute you put this play up, I was like, "Oh, okay, I got your little rhino personnel, right?" We used to call it rhino, where he goes to that side. It's elephant if the right tackle goes to the left. So they're very simple calls. Oh, are we booting away from 95? I swear to God, the whole game plan was like, let's just stay away from 95.
So they kind of took the fight to him with chips and stuff, but they also moved the fight away from him.
That's not even really taking the fight to him. That's just like, we're going to make sure he doesn't get here. We are for sure going to make. But this is great because we moved Darrisaw over here. So the minute you do this, they have to re-identify. C94 is kind of lost. He's like, wait a minute, this isn't right. What's going on? They have to re-identify the front. So now there's a new center and all this, and it becomes a mess for the defense.
They're identifying this. The defensive line has to identify as if like Fries is the center.
Yes. Because technically, if they didn't, they could be off balance, and then we would catch them in what they want. And look, they have people in this box. They're like, dude, well, we're in 12. And so they're probably like, hey, anytime they go to 12, we're going to play base. Why? Because they're going to want to try and run the ball. And that's our answer for that. But what's great about this is they're in 12, but look who the running back is. And that's where they're probably like, what's going on? That guy's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, this is all right. There's been a lot of, I think, observations about Kevin O'Connell when forced to, when the offensive line is kind of ravaged or he's got maybe a backup quarterback, that he gets a little more creative and in his bag as a play caller. And when he's got the full allotment and he's got, like last year when the offensive line was healthy pretty much the entire year except for Darrisaw, and you got Sam Darnold in there for all 17 games, that it's mostly just like, let's drop it back and let's chunk down the field and let's get the ball out right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen them run this formation and play before where you move Darrisaw over to the other side and then you got Jefferson in a creative spot here. I wish that he would get a little more tricky and gimmicky and creative sometimes, not with trick plays, but just with, when we watch the Lions, and dude, the Steelers put an extra offensive lineman on the field for 17 snaps against the Vikings, and Kenneth Gainwell ran for 100 yards because of it. So is that a fair, like, hey, Kevin, you can do stuff like this even if you've got a healthy allotment of offensive players? Is that a fair observation?
No. I love what Kev does. I love the fact that he's super like, I am who I am when I have my full unit, but when I don't, I need to be creative. Him and Matt LaFleur have the same exact approach, right? Like, remember when they lost Jordan Love last year and it was like, oh man, what are they going to do? Remember how creative they were in the run game?
Yeah, with Malik Willis.
Yeah, and it was like, man, they don't really do this. What is this, right? And it's, hey, we have to survive. Let's adapt. What's good for us is good for the gander. And all of a sudden, we're in a tackle over situation. We have Justin Jefferson coming out of the backfield. But what does it end up being? It ends up being a boot where we pass it to him right now. And this is just Kevin saying, hey, how do I get my playmakers the ball right now so 95 doesn't become a problem? And how do I do it so that he's in space? Right? Like that becomes the hard part where sometimes you have to start with what are you trying to accomplish? And then you have to work backwards. I'm trying to get Justin Jefferson the ball in a lot of space, but I'm trying to do it without him having to like drop back 7 yards, right? Yeah. Dude, rollouts, we go to Wildcat. Like, dude, the minute that he came into this, I was like, where did Carson go? And I was like, oh my God, it's Wildcat. Okay, I get what's going on here, but what is it really? Dude, this play reminds me so much of the Tim Tebow play. Remember when he was in college? And he used to do this on the goal line
thing.
Yeah, he would come and run up to the goal line, and everybody would step up. Watch. You see how? Just pause. I mean, dude, we are so far in the backfield that we have no chance of stopping this play, and that's why like this works because it is creative and it's new, and the Browns are like, what is going on? We have never in the 4, 5, 10 years we've been watching Vikings film seen them in a Wildcat offense. What is this? Right? And then you're like, oh, it's got to for sure be a run. Why? Because they're trying to keep it simple. And then all of a sudden first of all, there's 12 guys in the box. Every one of them's going to step up the minute that Cam Akers takes this ball. Watch.
So by
the way, 30 stance
3, 4,
makes
5,
me
6,
laugh
7, 8, 9,
so
10.
hard. He is so serious about that linebacker stand.
Like he's like a
He
sumo
is so
stance or
for
something.
real about it. 17's confused. He's like, wait a minute, what are we doing? Why is he here? Who's in the backfield? 49's like, what are we doing, guys?
Real quick, I'm going to go back to the wide here before we look at the end zone cam. If I can get this off the screen here too. So this is Carson down here, right? This is Carson. Yeah. Watch when I roll this, and I know it's kind of up against the bottom edge of the layout here, but there we go.
There we go.
Watch him go backwards and sell this like he's going to get the ball on. And also, as I roll this here, they've kind of set this up for, they could do that. They could do the same thing, and they could throw it to Carson if they wanted to, and then he throws a pass. Just watch Carson at the bottom. Go back here. He's also kind of pulling that defender out because you have to sit there, so you can't just not cover him.
There was fun, Mackey. Nobody was covering this play, anyways. This is. They're all like looking around, like, man, I ain't seen this either. They all look at that. Look at that. Oh my god.
Let's keep an eye on 84 here. So yeah, so Oliver's got to work through the mess. So go half speed here. So he's going out. He's going to
really sells it too is you pull these two guys and you have Hawk coming down on this like tag style block. But when you pull the guard in the center, it's so believable now. Like it really does look like it's some wildcat formation. Oh, they really are running it, right? Like had you just ran zone, you'd probably get the same type of sell from these guys, but you wouldn't get them running like that. Like they literally run right by Josh Oliver. Not one person sees him. And technically, I mean,
I'd run that once a game until someone stopped it.
Well, now they're going to do it and something else is going to happen off of it, right? Like you're right. They're going to throw it to Carson and Carson's going to throw it back or something, There's a million different variations. The problem is the minute that they put this play up and it worked for a touchdown, which I don't know that KOC thought it would be a touchdown. Maybe he did. Yeah. You have to plan for everything off of it now, right? So defensive teams now are looking at this going, well, what else could they do off of it? Now we have to practice it. We have to show them this play, line up it in practice, make sure our defense knows what it is, and then be like, here's everything they could do off of it. So look how much time they've just spent on one play. It's like, and maybe they don't run it this week, but we just got you to spend an hour thinking about us running it. It's like, dude, sometimes the mental warfare that goes through, and we'll follow the rabbit down the hole, it gets really intense. Like, it's bad.
This is another one. I love this. This is just, you got Jalen Naylor, one of your fastest weapons here.
Stud. I love Jalen Naylor, by the way. I think he is such a stud for this team.
He's kind of a little Diet Debo for the Vikings.
He's like a utility stuff like this. You can get him to do a lot of things, and he shows up, and he's extremely reliable, which I love. We're back in normal personnel, by the way.
This is back a little 11 personnel here.
Our left tackle's back on the left side. We can do this. Simple things, right? Jet sweep. And you know how much I love jet sweeps because, look, that defensive end to the right still has no idea what's going on. They're so simple, and it's almost like a cheat code. Because
you can essentially ignore this guy, right? You don't have to block him.
A great jet sweep, you don't even have to. You're not even phased by that guy. The only thing that would phase us if he runs straight up field, right? But we must have done our homework and been like, hey, they're not run up the field type guys. By the way, who are we running away from again? I wasn't sure. Okay, just making sure.
95. Yeah.
I swear to God, the game plan was like, wherever he is, I want you to Oscar this or orange this, which means we're going opposite. Right, like they could come up and call a play, and the minute they say Oscar, it's the complete opposite side now. Like that's how this game plan was. Look at this. We're gonna go as far away from 95 as possible. Oh, love it.
Nice little chunk.
Must be from Cleveland. They don't know how to tackle. Bums. Gosh, John Gibbons is going nuts somewhere. I swear to God.
Little play action here. Chunk
around.
A little high there, but that's okay. He's Justin Jefferson. Dude, you know what we call that, Booney? We call that catch radius.
Football.
Catch radius.
We call that 95's not in here. Let's go for a shot, boys.
Is he not in on this play?
No, he's not in.
Oh, he's they got their
I think all their big plays, 95 was literally not on the field. They were like, throw it.
Let's go back to the regular playbook here.
By the way, look at the pocket, right? Not a soul around. That's why you love the fact that like And for anyone that's over here getting mad about Chris Cooper as the coach, it's like, what am I mad about again? This is one of the best defenses in the league. I don't see one person. I don't see one person.
Look at Huber, by the way.
Dude, Huber. Look at Josh Oliver. Look at Josh Oliver over here just throwing his head into a defensive end like, yeah, I could do this better than anyone.
That's great.
God, I love it. And then you throw it to 18, it's over, dude. Like him versus contested catches, I'm not even going to play.
Love this. All right, let's keep chunking here. Another play action, another clean pocket, bang, dart.
Dude.
That's super easy pitch and catch right there. Jordan Addison. Super easy.
Well, let's take a look again. Yep, just as we thought. We're dicing them up down the field. Here we go. But you know what the best is, too? Like, when you play teams like this, you're mostly going to get chips all the time. Look at both these tackles are getting chips. It's not even Myles Garrett. They're probably like, no. These guys, we're not worried about these guys. By the way, is that a Ham cameo?
It is. Little Hambo. First game of the year.
Little hamster. Love our
Boom.
Ham. Shout out Ham. Such a great kid. Love him.
91 still almost got home.
Yeah, pocket. No. He didn't get home. Come on. Carson could have easily have stepped up in that pocket. You know what it is? It's that outside foot. Go back, school. Come on. Does a good job setting, too. He's got Josh here to help him on this chip, and he knows he's there, so he knows he's got the chip. Does a good job with the drag. It's right there. See, he turns the edge on school, and school doesn't get extension. And the minute, see how close he is to school? They're almost like chest to chest. And if you don't have extension, Jay talks about this a lot. They are way better athletes than we are, and they will turn this corner faster than you can turn the corner. So when you don't have extension, you have zero room for error, you know?
Yeah.
And the minute this guy turns the corner is what allows him to get this because, gets stuck on our outside foot. It's still a great pocket, though. Love it.
It is. Super clean. Super clean.
Jordan Addison. That was his first catch, wasn't it? That's when we were all like, oh, yeah, that's right. He is on the team. Where the hell has he been all day?
Working inside the red zone here. Another Jordan Mason chunk down to the 5-6 yard line. Let's take a look at the end zone cam here.
Wing.
So did they bring they brought him back, right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they brought him back in.
Do we know this play? I'm almost positive we know this play.
Let's see here. Is this duo again?
Oh, baby. Your doctor's calling. It's time for your checkup. Boop, boop. Look at those double teams. Look. Now you see the difference in the double team with Josh Oliver over here. Look, he's not throwing a hand anymore. He's like, listen, I'm going to get dirty with you. I'm going to throw something in there, right?
Little shoulder.
Look how clean this pocket. Look how
so
clean
it's interesting that they're leaving two tight ends on Myles Garrett there. But
I mean, if two of you can't block them, we're going to cut both of you at the same time, okay? There's two of you and one of him. Come on. Make this easy on all of us.
Man, barely, dude. Look at that rep. Myles Garrett is such a machine.
Oh, he definitely is. But look at this one in the middle. It's just this dude. Y'all won't see
what, right here?
Y'all won't see it.
You want to feel what I had for breakfast?
Darius,
you want to feel my bangers and mash right now?
Guaranteed, bro. Guaranteed. Darius was choking him out right there. God, that's the best. Makes this move. Oh my God. Why did they let him go? I don't know. Jordan Mason, you get yourself some. Especially like right there. Get close, Josh. He lets go. Good.
He does. It was pretty close, but
it was very close. Like could have easily been thrown, but come on.
The way Jordan Mason can bounce to the outside too. Jordan Mason's a really, really good running back, man.
Oh, absolutely is.
As evidenced here. I think this is the rushing touchdown. Yeah. Just boom.
Right through. Simplicity at its finest, baby. I love this. Once again, we're in 12. They're over here like, man, we're gonna play manned up over here. We're gonna do this.
What does that last second little motion do for this play?
Go back real quick.
Just right. Oops, here, let me move it back here. So Jordan Mason, just right before the ball is snapped, let's just go boop right over to the.
Just one more thing to think about. I mean, think about it. He's going over here now. Everyone's like, quick, it's going the other way. Oh, he alerts it. Boop, boop. This just seems like it was called and run like this. And then a lot of times they do that, go back real quick because the linebacker moves over. It makes this B a lot easier. See 49 right there? That B right there is really tough. I got a single going to 17. That B, it's not tough, but that guard right there on the 3-yard line knows that with that linebacker inside, he has to go now, right? Because it's tight zone. But see how he goes outside the 3 technique now, which allows for Will Fries to be able to step, bang back into 94, which will allow the tackle to take this over so much easier. And look, he's still got leverage on 49. If 49 stays where he was originally, he can't do all that because he doesn't have time, right? Go back real quick. Right there. See how he's right there? He's going to have to quick hit 94 and climb right now to 49 because if 49 hits it, he's my responsibility as a guard. I have to go now. But I have to slow this 3 technique down for my tackle to get here. And that's why when the minute they go in this motion, 49 starts to bump back, which makes it better angles for everybody up front. It's not that it can't be done. It's just you've kind of rushed the process. But now I'm going, okay, it's a true power B. Because he's behind the block. 49 is behind 94. So I can hit 94 a lot longer now. And it really makes sure my tackle gets on. And by the time I get off, I still have leverage on him, which is a great job.
If 49 is right here,
you got to go.
Then you got to go right in there. And it's likely that 94 shoots that gap then because he's got leverage. Okay.
And 49 is not going to stay there. If he's in that gap, he's gone. Like he sees that handoff, he's going. But see how Will gets in front of him, and he's like, yeah, not today, buddy. I love it.
Nice job by Will Fries. All right, I think we're getting to the 9 for 9. We're not going to go through all 9 completions here on this, but we will go through some of this game-winning drive here after we shout out Omaha Steaks. That's right. You like a nice tailgate cook, some football cooking, fall cooking, football cooking. The Mackeys here, we also love ourselves some convenient cooking weeknight meals, and we have a stash of Omaha Steaks materials in our freezer right now. USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers. I got into the deli-style Franks the other day. Yeah, Omaha Steaks, it's not just amazing steaks. It's burgers, chicken wings, deli-style Franks. And right now, during their Red Hot Sale event, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. That's omahasteaks.com. And our listeners here on Purple Daily get an extra $35 off with the promo code PURPLE at checkout. So, Omaha Steaks, been America's original butcher since 1917. And if you are ready for some football grilling, again, 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with the promo code PURPLE at checkout. And then what you could do is you could wash it all down with some Pepsi in one of these Justin Jefferson souvenir cups right here. Yeah, right there. Do a little gritty with your Pepsi Justin Jefferson souvenir cup. So there's a QR code on the side of this thing. And when you scan it, you can enter to win Victor's Ride. It's a Polaris 1000 ATV. You can get these cups inside US Bank Stadium during games, at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh locations, and Buffalo Wild Wings now. Limited supplies, but go into a Buffalo Wild Wings somewhere in the Twin Cities and get one of these bad boys right here. Fill it up with whatever your favorite version of Pepsi is and scan that QR code to win Victor's Ride. So shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings for putting these cups inside their glorious locations. And shout out to Pepsi, the official beverage of the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, shout out to Omaha Steaks. Why have you not given me some steaks, bro?
You want some? You want to come over right now?
Is that even a serious question?
Dude, it is. Listen, all due respect to the steaks and the chicken wings, everything they do is amazing. But when I love myself a big jumbo hot dog, a Frank. So when firing up baseball playoffs with some Omaha Steaks too.
Oh, a steak over anything, dude. A steak over everything.
Talk dirty.
I will. Say
Talk
less.
dirty.
There we go.
Let's go back to the film here. Let's close out this game here strong. Let's save our season here, okay?
Let's do it. Here we go.
Season's on the line. Let's get Hawkinson in motion.
3-by-1. We're going to figure out what's going on by moving a few people. Looks like we're in a man set. I love it.
Oop.
Nope, got him.
Little Chipperson.
Chip.
Look at this, dude.
The best is that this is cover 2, and he literally, like, they talk about splitting the safeties. He literally splits the safeties. This is, by the way,
look at this
Walter
offensive
Rouse,
line right now.
Walter
Look at
Rouse
this.
is
Look at
in
this.
now. I know, dude.
You got School over here,
School's
Huber,
on the left.
undrafted free agent rookie, and then Blake Brandel, who has literally never played center in a high-level football game before, did a screw what PFF graded him. That dude passed the test.
Listen, what did they grade him?
A 41 out of 100.
Wow.
Which is bad.
That's your favorite site, though.
It is. I set 3 alarms
I'm
in the
telling you,
morning
they
just
don't know
making sure I
football.
get the first batch.
I still don't understand how a football grading site doesn't understand football, but somebody could tell me.
I
later.
think what's hard is, like, obviously when you watch a football game, because, you know, like, you did this at the highest level for 10 years, you know how to watch the guard play and the center play and stuff. For more, like, I'm not as casual as, like, a casual fan because I'm immersed in this every day. But even I am, like, I don't know exactly what I'm looking at when it comes to offensive line play.
Yes, you
So
do.
the service that they have done is at least tried to give some context to if offensive linemen are playing well or not. But I definitely I learned more from you and Jeremiah and people who actually, like, look at the tape and can provide context. So it's
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
But Blake, I'd start Blake again, man. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, look at him. So they're
Hey,
fighting.
This is what we talked about. Dude, seriously, go back. Pause it right as he catches it. And then we're going to talk about the O-line because this is what we talked about with Myles Garrett running himself out of it. Just, I mean, dude, School looks like an all-pro left tackle, doesn't he? You're like, wait a minute, what's going on? But, dude, there's just cover 2. That's a safety behind him. That's a safety to the left of him. I don't know what the hell Nine's doing. He's excited about the wrong damn thing. You are on the wrong team, moron. But I don't understand. I mean, dude, this is a hell of a throw, hell of a catch. Terrible defense. I mean, just safeties. I don't know what you're doing. But this is what I was talking to you about earlier, is when you're watching the game and you're kind of like, hey, why is 95 not wrecking this game? Now, we have seen him go through several tackles in his career. And I mean, to the point that you're like, he is being very generous here. Or is he? Or is School just saying, hey, listen, I'm going to underset you knowing that you're going to go outside, and I'm just going to continue to let you run around the edge? It's not like this is a short developing route either. Dude, Justin Jefferson's like 40 yards down the field. Like,
So when you say underset here, so School is essentially he's
First
kind
of
of
all,
slow.
don't like
He's kind
that.
of slow playing.
that's exactly what it is. Slow playing, I guess is a better way of saying it. But we say underset, like we're going to stay underneath him. I'm going to allow him to get up the field the entire time. See how, like, right here, yeah, Miles could for sure go inside, but School's done a great job of shutting off the inside. I like how he's reaching out to strike him. Like, he's kind of slow playing that too, because I think he's like, dude, if I throw my hands with nothing to lose and this guy slaps him, I am for sure cooked, right? So he's more like, I'm going to be cautious about this. At the same time, he's inside out, and he just kind of turns him open and like pushes him up the field.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL right now. This is not
Good job.
the starting left tackle for the Vikings, and it's like, that's a great job on a great play, right? Like, that's really good.
Yeah. And I lied. That wasn't the final drive, but this is. So now the game's on the line.
It's
Now the
same
season's
damn
on
formation.
the line. It is.
That's
Except we're going to
crazy,
move
right?
now, but now we're going to move Addison. Yeah.
3 by
I love
1
that
to 2 by 2.
love that they ran the ball on this first play.
Hey, what do we talk about that white hide?
Is that what this was? Oh, because you're
you
with.
dirty bastard! I knew you'd put it on here. You know football better than anybody. Here we go.
I really just completely obliviously put this play in here.
Stop it. So, hey, look, it looked like the same play before, right? So we're like, okay, guy, I understand this formation. I've seen this. Oh, wait, is this this jet sweep? What's going on? No, it's not. I love how right
so
here.
Hawkinson's coming across to hit Myles
And we used to
Garrett.
call this Y hide because the Y is hiding from the defense, right? We run him behind the O-line. Go back.
Oh, he cut him. He tried to cut him just like you said last week.
He tried to. Go back, because there's something that happens even before this. Before this even happens, notice how Jordan Addison is kind of in front of 95. How many people has he had to look at during this play? He's looking at Jordan. Now he's looking at Hawkinson. Like, one of the things that you do with these guys is you throw a lot at them, and you just keep throwing a lot at him. So right now he's like, oh my God, is it a handoff? Is it a keep? Oh, here comes Hawkinson who tries to cut him. But dude, 95 is so slippery. So like, look how easily he just sidesteps this. Like, no, I'm not going to let you cut me. The rest of the line, we're running read, right? We're pushing this to 25 backside. We have a beat of 49. We're going to let 30 float because he's going to take Jordan Addison. Basically, right? Like he has to cover Jordan Addison or else I'll just throw it to him. And then at the same time, Hawkinson's going to cover 95. Whether he cuts him, whether he gets in front of him, whatever it is, right? And we talked about it last week. As much as you can do to mess with his life, the better. You cut him once, what's he thinking? I need to make that $40 million. I'm not going to let you get close to me again, right? He sees Hawk coming right now, and he's like, is he going up? Is he going down? Oh, he's going down. Son of a...
Boop, boop.
Right?
He matrixed him, yeah.
But what I love about this is when you get everybody running, this is what happens, right? Because Miles is nervous about getting cut, but the rest of the defense is running with the offensive line, and it creates this natural or organic separation where it creates this run lane. And it's so pretty. And you see it happen right here because everybody's thinking we just can't let the ball shoot out front side, right? So they're all like, get over there, stop it. Like, see how they're all kind of like trying to force it back to Miles? Yeah. The problem is Hawkinson has Miles, and everybody else backside is running. So it creates this natural run lane, which is awesome when you can do stuff like this because this is really just letting them play themselves out of position.
It was one of the only bad snaps of the game too, and it wasn't bad enough to wreck the play. But this is a really good job by Carson Wentz here. Let me just go a little closer to the because this is like if this ball hits the ground, this whole play gets screwed up.
Oh yeah,
and it might have actually hit the ground, but watch Wentz collects it. Whoop. Get that out real quick. I mean, this thing gets blown sky high if he doesn't corral that quickly. So
that's a great job.
Love it. I love picking up the free 10 yards there because they think you're going to pass too. So
yeah, looks like pass, right? It's the same formation and it's a pass. And 2, take what they give you, right? Like, take what the defense gives you. Don't try and force anything stupid. Don't rush anything. Here we go. Ooh,
interesting. So we have a little double Cali, double A-gap, double barrel.
You're looking at them. They're looking right at you. Which one's going to get you?
Wow. Oh. That's the worst bluff. That's the worst bluff of all time.
No, they get worse.
This guy right here. That is like, come on.
Fake step. Yeah, no one's really worried.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Yeah, so they're clearly going out. Ooh. Right side. You're scaring me. You're making me nervous.
Rouse.
Let it play.
We go half speed here.
I'm going to be nice because I know he's young. Pause. See how turned he is? Cannot turn. See how the defensive tackle, that's that first round pick. It could have been Travis Hunter, but it's not. Yeah, that kid, that white boy. See how he's got his hands into Walter Rouse's hip? He's going to pick him wide open. And that's one of the things is when you're on the man side, if you look right now on the screen, the left side is the slide side. They have the slide coming to them, so they know that they can overset everyone because the center's coming to help. The right side can never overset, and they have to set together. And see, now look at Walter. He's on his ass.
Yeah. So you're saying, like, right here,
you have more
It's Huber, right?
Side. Yeah,
Huber can essentially be turned sideways just to sell out because he knows he has center help on the twist coming around.
See, I feel like the way you said that, you set me up for some bad. Like some coach is going to call me and be like, "I would have never have said that." And I'd have been like, "Okay, you're fair." Like you can never really turn open, but on the slide side, you have more grace because if you mess up, there's an extra guy there to help everybody, right? So like if Huber goes through 96 and all of a sudden he could go plow into 95 and be like, "Oh, I was just here to help Miles," right? Like it doesn't really matter anymore. But on the right side, we are way too turned. And that's something that shows up on film. And it's like, okay, now things like this need to get corrected because the next team's looking at this going, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make him slide to the left and we're going to twist this 73 kid because he's young and he doesn't understand when we told him you got to set vertical no matter what. You have to set vertical because they're going to twist you. If they don't blitz you and they don't pressure you, they're going to twist you. It's the same thing in their mind, yet they don't have to waste an extra player, right? That's why you always have to be ready for that.
This little back shoulder. This little back shoulder situation here.
Dude, the Browns feel it. They're like, man, not again.
God, Wentz was kind of dealing down the stretch in this game.
I'm not going to lie, he was, and I hate to say that, but he was. All right, we're chipping again. Look at that. That's called dying a slow death at the left tackle. Watch this. By the way, we got Naylor chipping now. We got everybody chipping. We're all coming to work today, okay? We're all going to put hands on 95 today. Put your hands on him, young man. Now, listen. School's like literally like, throw it. I've been there. It's okay. I know the feeling. Don't be upset. We're not making fun of him. We're just letting you know he got in front of him and did his job. But this goes back to the same point as before, right? Let's take care of him. Let's chip him every which way, and let's get the ball out of our hand.
Yeah.
This is the only way you win the game. I'm telling you, this game plan was perfect for this team. Ball out of our hand, chipping as much as we can, and we run away from him.
Look at that.
By the way,
naysayers will say that Justin School got a quick jump on this play. I'll say he timed it perfectly.
I'm not even going to say that. I mean, this dude's blocking 95. I don't know. No, he didn't get a jump. What are you talking about? No chip.
No different than the Chiefs right tackle every snap.
Dude, that's a great job, man. That is a great job. He does a great job of covering him up. And then, obviously, we talked about this, right? The slide side is obviously going to go to 95. We talked about it last week. I'm sure the protection was called 95 so that they mic him every time. The right side, you're not getting any love. We're still trying a little bit too much water, even after the twist. But I am questioning 21 on this, the defensive player. Watch this ball go over his head. He doesn't even move. He doesn't even try to do anything.
He just got caught. He got caught. That was weird.
I don't know, man. I think at this point they were so diced up. They were like, I don't even care. Just take it. Like, dude, they're saying the same thing we're saying. Did Carson Wentz just go 9 for 9 against us on the final drive? You know what? Just catch it. I want to go home. He's so close to going out of bounds too. Oh my God.
First person to come give him a little hug and a pat on the helmet, Kevin O'Connell. So I don't know what their conversations were like behind the scenes throughout the last few days, but
do you want me to give you what I think it was?
Don't ever do that again. I think I don't know. It's hard to trust him long term, Jordan Addison, because just like it's like three different things. Like what are you doing, man? Like,
and I want to like him a lot because I think he's a really good player. But I agree.
He's a great player.
I think that, and eventually, like, if you're building a winning culture, you can't have stuff like that around, right? Like, you can never have a little distraction. Even the tiniest distraction can become a massive point later that bites you in the ass. And it's one of those things that coaches, like, they always have an eye on it, and it's like, hey, if we can't get this dude to calm down, we're going to have to get rid of him. And he is so talented. But I feel bad, too, because at some point you're like, did everybody have to know he was benched? But then you're watching the game and you're like, where is he? Right? Why isn't he showing up earlier? And then he makes that catch in the third. And you're like, oh, there he is. Okay, cool. They're like, oh, Jordan Addison's back out here after being benched. And you're like, man, do they have to tell everybody that? Like, now everyone's going to be mad at him again. But you're right. KOC was the first one to give him a hug. And he's probably like, dude, you owed us that. So congratulations.
I guess we're even now. Yeah.
Water under the bridge. That's what they always say the next day. Water under the bridge, fellas, which used to drive me nuts. But I get it.
Great stuff, dude.
You're
great stuff. You're great. You're great. But if you want more from Boone, from Jeremiah Searles, and more film breakdowns across the league, we talk Vikings on O-Line Committee too. The O-Line Committee YouTube channel, podcast, Apple and Spotify. It's so funny, you guys pretending like we're not like emotionally attached to the Vikings. No, we'll see. Once this team gets hot in the next couple of years.
I'm not going to lie, Phil. As soon as we were getting ready to start the show, he called me and he was like, do you think we're going to have to talk about the Vikings? I was like, be ready to talk Vikings for sure, dude. I go, a win in London with no O-line. Get ready to talk Vikings. It's okay.
So I think we're we're probably taking next week off from trenches just because there's no game. Although maybe you and I can get together and cobble together some some film from the first 5 games. We'll figure it out next week.
I feel like there's a tier system coming.
Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll give you the either the ladder or the tiers, or I'll find some other way to stack teams in the NFL.
Do it.
So click that subscribe button and the like button on the Purple Daily YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And also come find us on the O-Line Committee. So for the Rhino, Alex Boone, I'm Phil Mackey. For Justin School and Walter Rouse and Joe Huber and all of the Vikings offensive linemen that gathered together to prevent 95 from wrecking their day.
Brandel.
We'll
Don't
see you
forget
guys.
Brandel.
Blake Brandel. Let's go. Will Fries.
Fries.
Gotta
Don't
eat.
forget fries.